And one final question, Mr. Bryant. What do you see that makes this trader so special?
I see a calmness. There's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly. Right? Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there.
All right, I'm long inside of this fair value gap. Looking to take a small partial above this high. All right, I'm going short here. Come on now, that's too easy.
I come on record and tell y'all, when it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best.
I'm buying this fair value gap. I'll take that.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. What's up, guys? Last day of June, and then we're entering the second half of 2025. Good morning, good morning. Let's do it. What's up, what's up, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Who we got in here? Let's see. Lorenzo, Rave, Chintz, Tim, Claude, Rainier, Hussein, Danny, Anthony, Ryan, Zev. What's up, guys? Good morning from Spain. What's up, Spain? Good morning, good morning. I see y'all, I see y'all. Okay, so about 5 minutes to the open. As we all know, NASDAQ did hit all-time highs. All I'm really interested in seeing today is us tag those all-time highs after the opening bell, which looks like we may open above this level. So all-time highs is pretty easy. There's nothing really much to annotate on the daily and weekly chart because you're kind of just in no man's land. So working more with intraday levels like a 15-minute chart, hourly chart, things of that sort. I am tape reading today. Obviously, I'm done for the month. What else? I'm done for the month, and I'm picking back up on my live account tomorrow, July 1st. We do have a short trading week with a holiday on Friday, 4th of July, obviously. And tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow because we have Fed Chair speaking at 9:30, and then we have high impact JOLTS job openings at 10. So tomorrow's kind of crazy, but we'll see what price is looking like. So we're gonna go ahead and slap on these opening prices real quick before we get to our open. And 8:30 open here. A little bit of consolidation after hitting all-time highs, which is fine. That's expected after hitting such a key level. London didn't really do much. And honestly, I'm not really expecting much today. So let's see. All right. Let's see. 5-minute chart is really nothing for me to analyze. All I'm looking at is the relative equal lows down here and then the relative equal highs here. Kind of have a neutral bias. I want to see what we do at the open. Consolidations around our opening prices. So you see how we're just hugging the midnight open, unwilling to leave it. That's a high resistance liquidity run signature in my eyes. That's showing me that NASDAQ hasn't really been interested in going anywhere anytime soon. And if we look at our potential opening range gap, we're going to have a pretty decent gap higher. about 130 points or so in a couple minutes. So just going to sit tight here on a 5-minute chart, let the first few minutes of 9:30 pan out. I'll be holding a neutral bias. I want to see what liquidity we engage, how we respond after doing so, and then kind of just go from there. The volume should be good. I'm looking at my feedback. Yeah, the volume should be good. I just played the playback on my iPad. I could hear it just fine. It's a YouTube thing. Y'all gotta get some better speakers, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying the volume's good. It's a YouTube thing. It has nothing to do with me on my end. Got about a minute and a half until the open. You need a better way to pay. Discord, WAP is the only platform I use at the moment. 1 minute till the open. So it looks like we're gonna open above relative equal highs. Whenever that's the case, I always like to see us trade down into our opening range gap, because traders who are going breakout on these highs, as soon as we open above it and trade one tick, they're triggered into the marketplace long. So I don't want to see us just open and then rip higher. Now, can we do that? It's possible, but ideally, a common phenomenon is we have relative equal highs. We open above it, they're triggered long, and then we run it against them, reprice in a portion of the opening range gap, and then you'll see a possible move higher if that's the narrative for today. So right there, anybody going breakout long or anybody holding long positions over the weekend, okay, they're profitable right now. So I want to see if NASDAQ can kind of squeeze them out, run it against them. And then I'll treat that move lower kind of like a Judas swing. Let's go to a 1 minute chart, or I'll stay on the 5 minute for a little bit. I want to see if we can displace. Go to 1 minute. I have my different time frames pulled up on my monitor. So I do want to see NASDAQ work lower initially straight from the open. And again, I don't have a lot of expectations today. Do we have news today? Let me see. We don't even, wait, what's today, the 30th? June 30th. Yeah, we have no news today. That's what I like to see. This is exactly what I like to see, because we don't want to just open at 9:30 and trade higher, especially with breakout traders on the relative equal highs. We want to reprice in some of that. Now, we don't have to fully reprice in the opening range gap. That's not necessary, but upper quadrant, consequent encroachment, Those are really the levels I look at. Upper quadrant, midpoint. Anything in the lower half's not required. To me, this is enough. Alright, so I like what we're getting. Let's take a quick glance at S&P, looking heavy as well. Same thing with the Dow. So all of that is looking good. Previous week's high, gonna keep that on the chart. That's important. It's a big level for liquidity. And then in case we want this old new week opening gap, I'll keep that on there as well. So this is something that I wouldn't be interested in shorting. For me and my style of trading, shorting down here or anywhere in here, to me that's chasing, especially since we've already repriced in almost half of our opening range gap. We're clearly way beneath both of our opening prices. And I rarely like to chase that initial move right after the open because 70% of the time it's a Judas swing. It's just trapping traders on the breakout of relative equal lows, getting traders to go break out short, and then on regular trading hours, traders who are breakout on this high, once we open at 9:30, running it against them as well. So letting all that shenanigans take place, and then what I usually prefer is a movement higher after we've already done all the dirty work. Now eventually I feel like I'll get comfortable to a point where I can trade the Judas swing, understand what it's doing, get out of the short, and then trade a long, profit from that as well. But for now, I'll just watch the 9:30 open from the sidelines. If this is your first time in the live stream, I'm glad to have you in here. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, like, share with your buddies. Almost at 20,000 subscribers. Insanity. So love all y'all. It's going to be a great second half of 2025. We're winding down, man, because November, December, my trading kind of slows down as we enter Thanksgiving and all the holidays. So really, July, August, September, October are my heaviest months. Got 4 solid months until we start taking it slow, so. It's crazy. Time is flying. What's up, Trader X? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. What's up, Tay? What's up? All right, I'm going to zoom out to a 5-minute chart for a little bit just so we can get more real estate on our chart. old weekly high taken. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. I want to see if we can eat through this inefficiency. Again, I'm not interested in anything lower this morning. And I always say we can sell off 1,000 points. That's not a trade I'll be interested in. Only interested in higher prices. And I'm seeing that initial drop down as a Judas swing. Thoughts on DXY. I deleted dollar from my watch list. I just never really used it. I used to rely heavily on dollar, but now it's like, it's just not something I really need anymore. So I'm watching this inefficiency. This is something that I like to see fail. So I'm going to highlight this in gray. I want to see if NASDAQ can close past this midpoint. Preferably close past its high and then make a run for the buy side above this high. That's what I prefer. So in my eyes, we've engaged a lot of liquidity. Sell side, we have relative equal lows here. Just fell short, I think. No, we did take out that low as well. And then that old weekly high, which every time we trade beneath it, or if we're bullish and we're trading above it, every time we engage in old weekly high or low, or an old daily high and low that forms within the last 3 days or the last 3 weeks, whenever we trade through it intraday, I see that as we're engaging a large pool of liquidity. Doesn't matter how many times we trade through it. Check on S&P. This is when I usually like to look at other markets to see if there's any market that's leading to the upside, if any. I'll look at dollar real quick. Whoops. Oh, dollar's been a mess. I haven't looked at dollar in so long, but yeah, no comments on dollar. It's disgusting. I'm watching this inefficiency with the order block. Again, I'm only looking for scenarios that can take us higher. Not interested in anything going lower. Buy side and our 2 opening prices we have outlined at around 22,870 or so. That's really all I'm looking at for this morning. indicator do you use? I draw my opening prices manually. It only takes 2 seconds. Is it okay to use the old new week opening gap? I use them. Even if the old new week opening gap isn't like on the intraday chart because it's a September contract and it's new, I still use them. It was a catalyst for the trade I took on Friday. The trade breakdown I did on Friday, the new week opening gap played a big part in it because I was watching to see if we stay in the upper half of it. Didn't want to suspend time in the lower half. And once I see that signature, then I was comfortable taking long, so I still use them. Stream quality should be fine. Go to the top right corner, hit the little gear icon, adjust the quality if it hasn't already adjusted to the highest setting. But it should be like Ultra HD. 2K, I think. What's up, Agent T? New to the channel, glad to have you. What's up? Scrolling up in the chat. How do you set your charts for NAT gap ratio? NAT gap ratio. If you double click this here, so right now my chart is loose, like all this, but if you double click the right hand side, it snaps it in place. So it doesn't matter how much scrolling you do. Like all the data will stay on your chart. And then if you zoom in, like everything will stay centered because it locks it in place so you can't move it. But the moment you scroll, then it's all loose and then it's kind of just stagnant. So double click and there you go. Do you wait for the first presented fair value gap? I don't keep the first presented fair value gap on my chart. I really don't care about it, to be honest. It just hasn't been necessary in my trading. For me personally. S&P, Dow. So this is something that I like to see. If Dow can get on the giddy up and start expanding towards this inefficiency and possibly the relative equal highs here. If Dow does that, then I'll expect ES and NASDAQ to kind of want to follow suit and match it. So I'm keeping a close eye on Dow, see if we can reach this here and then trade through it. To me, that signs of strength. And then I would want ES and NASDAQ to kind of do the same thing. So let's watch that actually. Now if Dow rolls over and starts to look weak, then that would push me back to the sidelines if I was pushing buttons today. So this is just one of the ways I use to measure order flow and just strength of a market by using a correlating asset, closely correlated asset like the Dow or ES. If I'm trading NASDAQ, if I was trading Forex like Euro USD, then I'll look at pound dollar. I'll look more at the dollar index if I was trading Forex. So you don't need a depth of market for that or book map or whatever they call it. Just looking at the correlating assets, if one is clearly stronger, then that's something that's like, to me, that's the next thing to SMT. I'm gonna get this new week opening gap in here in case we want to reach for that. Let's look at ES. ES looking heavy. Keeping a close eye on the Dow. I traded the funded account last night. I believe Sundays for Apex, Sundays count as Mondays as a trading day. But I believe I just need 3 more trading days of $50 or more. And then all goes well, I should be able to take out another $3,500 payout. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so again, I'm keeping a close eye on Dow. I just want to see if Dow has the strength, the willingness to reach up into that red box, that fair value gap. If we fail to do that, then to me that's bearish, that's heavy, and then I wouldn't expect much as far as higher prices in NASDAQ because all the markets look weak. But if Dow can start leading the way to the upside, then I'll be looking for signs of strength in NASDAQ. Let's look at gold real quick while indices keep working lower. Let's go to a daily chart. It's been a little bit of a consolidation. Sell side, fair value gap, bullish order block. Not the cleanest right now. The Apex account is 300K. Settlement, I don't have settlement turned on. I don't really use it. I think it's not allowed to trade low contract size than usual. We're gonna see. I've been using the same for the past week, the same 2 to 3 micros. Nothing different. Base hits. And I kind of already done a number to them on Twitter, so I don't know if they want to deny my payout. If they do, that's fine. It's no big deal. The payout rules are so like only being able to take out $3,500 every 8 days, which is really more than 8 days because there's only 5 trading days in a week, and then you have to wait the weekend, and then you can't trade the weekend like Sunday because Sunday counts as a Monday. So it's really like 2 weeks before you can get another payout. I already made $3,000 in my live account, and I was able to take out those funds ASAP. So it's like if they deny the payout, it's no big deal because I could just make the same amount with real money, no profit split or anything. Is trading personal funds help you pass funded accounts? I don't think it helped. It's just, I don't know. Everybody knows, especially if you've been with me for a while, you know that I'm team personal funds. I could care less about prop firms. I think they're all shady. They profit off of people losing. They want you to lose. It's a business model that flourishes the more that people fail. So I could care less about them. Screw them. But if they give me a free account, I'll run it up. Might as well. I ain't paying for one though. VIX. I remember I used to use the VIX volatility index. I stopped using it. I just really simplified my trading by taking away the dollar index. I don't really use the first percent fair value gap anymore. I've been catching setups without it. The VIX, it was just another thing in my analysis that was just taking up mental space in my trading and my analysis. I just really been keeping it simple. But I used to use the VIX a long time ago, before I started live streaming. Let's look at S&P. What's the retail, this pattern? Downward channel. That's what they call this. Down channel. Something like that. Do I still trade Asia? I haven't traded Asia in so long. I don't really mess with Asia. Actually, I think I paper traded it a couple of days ago just because I was bored. But I'm always doing something or out of the house around that time. And I don't want to be on the charts that much. It's too much screen time. Trading the morning session. And then right after I trade, I'm on a laptop for another hour, hour and a half doing social media and editing and YouTube content. And then I don't want to log back onto the charts later in the day. So I like to be done looking at the charts by like 11 o'clock. And I'm watching Dow, see if Dow picks up momentum. I would want everything else to follow suit. If Dow can trade to this fair value gap and get through its midpoint, that's the bullish signature that I'm looking for. I would want all the other markets to roll over as well. Dow's in more of a tight range compared to NASDAQ. It's more of a consolidation, so that's why I'm only focused on that one PD array. I'm not looking at any order blocks or any fair value gaps or anything in here, because this can just be range bound. But I'm looking at these two inefficiencies. Yes, this is a CIBI. Your height, 6 feet tall. I can delete this pinned message now. A little sloppy, as expected. We're entering a new quarter, right? January, March, April, May, June. Yeah, July starts the third quarter. Yeah. So we're about to enter Q3. And we've already tagged all-time highs. We have no news today. I'm in long again. Best of luck to you. I wouldn't trade this, which again, why I'm tape reading. Just understanding what we did on the daily chart and not being too demanding of price action the very next day. Like, we've just hit a huge level on the daily. We've taken out all-time highs. So I'm not going to come in the following morning and demand precision and just large, low resistance liquidity runs. Like, whenever we reach a key objective, the next morning session, I like to just kind of slow it down, tape read, and let NASDAQ tell me what it wants to do on the daily chart. Because right now, it's free, it's up for grabs. We can expand through all-time highs and just keep making all-time highs. We can retrace. How far can we trace? I don't know. Fair value gap. Or we can just consolidate in here and just range bound for a couple of days. But I'm not going to be on the 1 minute chart forcing setups after we just took out a key level here. So that's why you just slow down. Slow down. Let the daily chart tell me what it wants to do. TJR trades. I don't really know him like that. Seemed like a fun dude, chill dude. But I don't like keep up with him or anybody for that matter. The only trader I really like check in on every now and then is Tanya. Like, if I finish live streaming, I like seeing what she got going on because she usually has like the biggest audience. Patrick, I kind of stopped watching Patrick because it was like, I don't know. And Doyle Exchange, who trades Forex. That's really it. I try to just stay out the way. There's too much drama, too much toxicity in the industry, especially Twitter. I'm finna get off Twitter. I swear, I hate Twitter. I swear it's a bunch of like 13-year-olds on that app with the crypto profile pictures and stuff. Doyle, yeah, Doyle's a real one. Cause he not with the drama, like he don't do like the shenanigans. And Tanya's kind of the same way. She don't be putting up with the drama. You don't see her name being thrown around. She's not beefing with anybody. She just stay in her lane. That's who I rock with. I'm not with the Twitter fingers and all that. And X is just a whole bunch of, we already know Twitter. I'm not calling it X. That's the stupidest name ever. Twitter's just filled with a bunch of traders with large egos. Like, they like to sound all. Can we address that for a second? Why does everybody on Twitter like to sound so mysterious? Like they're hiding something secret. Like, y'all get that energy when you go on Twitter and everybody's showing their trades, or everybody's coming out with a new model, or they're claiming they know something that nobody doesn't, and they just like being this mysterious little persona. It's like, bro. Like, am I the only one that can see right through that? Or, like, there's no way. Or, in my opinion, the whole Deadpool thing is corny. I love ICT. I know he started the whole Deadpool thing. But why is there 100 traders using Deadpool profile pictures and gifs? It's so corny, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody has to say it. It's so cringy. Like... It's so corny, bro. Like, they had the Deadpool is so overused now. It's corny. It's so corny. I'll see people tweeting stuff like, they'll just be saying dumb stuff. What do they say? Like, somebody will post a trade, it'll be like 15 points, and then they'll just be talking trash or something. It would be like, I don't know, they're just cocky and just cringy, bro. It's hilarious, but it's toxic. And at least like once every few days, I'll see somebody who claims to know Enigma. I found out the secret to Enigma, releasing it on, midnight this day on YouTube. And it's just like, bro. The best thing about Twitter, ICT posts ideas or setups. Nah, true. You can tell who relies on ICT in his commentary, because when he's sharing the draw on liquidity and where he thinks the market is likely to go, people will just follow that and trade in that direction. And then, oh, look, a whole bunch of winning trades. But when he says he's gone until September, Twitter's a whole lot more quiet. But draw this out. S&P consolidating. NASDAQ is trying to move, but it's not really doing anything high probability in my eyes just yet. The Dow consolidating, not really the cleanest. Pretty much the price action I was expecting after trading into all-time highs. Again, not expecting much. Yeah, that's the mystery traders. It's like, bro, you have nothing that nobody... ICT has already... He already shows us how the algorithm books price. He already... Like, you can't show us anything that's going to be more impressive. Like, you just can't. Now, if you come out here live and, like, trade the daily high, daily low, do something like that, then we're interested. But don't post your little 15-point trade and talk like you know what the algorithm's doing and you have something that nobody's ever seen before. Like, it's just, people can't be falling for this stuff no more. And on this logo. Let's look at my favorite Forex pair. It's been a while. Oh, it's trash. Daily chart. You can hear my stomach growling. I'm hungry. Bro. Twitter's so toxic. That's why I love Instagram. Instagram's way better because there's way less trolls. Instagram, I think, is the most peaceful platform. TikTok is just a whole bunch of spam. I don't really use TikTok like that. It's just a lot of spam comments, a lot of bots. Twitter is toxic. YouTube's getting a little... My YouTube channel is growing a little bit, so YouTube's getting a little toxic with the trolls. But even then, Twitter's the worst. What do you think about gold back levels? No, I don't care about that stuff. Not the most entertaining price action. A lot of overlapping candles, a lot of wicks. I still favor higher prices. I'm still looking for, if I was pressing buttons today, all I would be interested in is a repricing towards the midnight open and then possibly the buy side just above it. Anything lower just wouldn't be a trade for me. That's not something that I'm interested in personally. I did not trade oil. Oh, speaking of oil, Tory trades. That's another trader who I feel like stays out of drama. So it's really three: Tanya, Tory, and Doyle. Those are the three main traders that I keep up with. And it's ironic, two of those are females, ladies. They just be staying out the way. Tori, she's a trend line. I think she trades her trend line strategy and whatnot. I could care less how they trade. Like Doyle trades like supply and demand. Tanya trades ICT. And Tori trades like her trend line breakout stuff. But I could care less about that. They're just solid people, I think. No, Doyle's a man, but Tanya and Tori obviously are ladies. any trader out there who doesn't try to force themselves into the limelight and stir up a whole bunch of drama and make other traders feel bad about themselves. Anybody like that, that's who I'm rocking with. Hydra, I can't stand that dude. I think I blocked him on Twitter. I have a lot of people blocked on Twitter. You should see my blocked list. Rips. I have Rips blocked, I think. Or maybe not blocked, but I have them muted. I don't care for blocking them. I just don't want to see your tweets, so I just mute them. Patrick. I know I have Patrick muted. Patrick might be blocked. I have Romeo muted. Who else I have muted? I have a whole lot of people. We may get off of this live stream early, I'll be honest with you. I'll give it until like 10:30. I'll give it 20 more minutes, but I'm not really expecting much this morning anyway. So if it's looking lethargic, if it's looking like it doesn't want to move on a no news Monday, especially when we have Fed chairs speaking tomorrow and we have JOLTS job openings tomorrow, 30 minutes after that, I'd rather give more of my attention, more of my time to tomorrow's price action and go enjoy my day early. Bro, it's like, I'm only 23, so don't get me wrong, but like these dudes are like in their 30s, 40s, 50s acting like kids. I just don't understand. I get most of it's probably like a marketing tactic, but it's just like, like the stuff they be saying on Twitter and just like beefing about. I just can't imagine myself like acting like a toddler online and then logging off and going to my wife acting like everything's cool. Like, you have a whole childish persona online. How you gonna be the man of the house like that? I just don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I just don't get it. I don't know. That's just me. Let's take a look at S&P, straight garbage, Dow. I've seen cleaner days. Nothing in any market really excites me. Still looking for midnight open as a draw and then possibly the buy side. That's the only thing I care about. What do you think, Zeusy? Suspect. Any trader that only shows wins, and he's kind of one of those like egotist, you know, let me relax. Any trader that only shows wins, I mean, that's like it's a giveaway. I mean, not much to be said there. I don't care. I'll say what's on my mind. I really don't care. If I'm lying, God strike me dead. I'll just call it how it is. I don't care. Lumi. I haven't really watched Lumi, but she seems legit. She seemed cool. Any trader that doesn't cause drama or whatever, like she seemed cool. All right, so I want to see if NASDAQ can form a breakaway gap here. If we leave a fair value gap, that first fair value gap that forms after we leave a consolidation, so we've been range bound for a few minutes, that first fair value gap here, should we form one within the next 45 seconds or so, I would want that to stay open. If we don't form a fair value gap, or if we do form one and we completely overlap it, then that's just not as bullish as I would like. So in other words, I want to see a breakaway gap here. Yeah, I mean, come on. That's like, like if you selling something, mentorship, Discord, Telegram, signals, whatever, and you're advertising on social media and you never take a loss. And I don't know, E-Man trading, I think he's already, I think he's already talked about that stuff. E-Man, Iman, I don't know. That's not my job. I'll leave that up to him. All right, so fair value gap here. One of the ways I measure order flow, do we leave that open? and I wouldn't want to see anything past it on its consequent encroachment. Let's do this, including the volume imbalance. Midpoint. So this is midpoint of this fair value gap. Ideally, I don't even want to see us trade in the lower half. That's just telling you that is really struggling to work higher. But any closures past that price level, that really just pushes me to the sidelines. Regardless if it still wants to continue higher, I need to see those signatures in price action that tells me it's likely to continue with speed, low resistance. And then again, we also had this inversion fair value gap. I was waiting for a closure above it. Same rules apply, and there's a volume imbalance, so this should be there. See that right there? Any movement in the lower half of that, that kills any bullish order flow for me. It doesn't shift my bearish to my bearish. It doesn't shift my bias to bearish, but this will just push me on the sidelines for a little longer, because the breakaway gap that I would have preferred to see open completely overlapped, and then now we're trading and spending time in the lower half of the inversion fair value gap. So I would demand NASDAQ to leave this before I get interested again. Otherwise, hands off. Has Romeo ever... Romeo is just... I'm not even... I just don't get how people fall for it. But I feel like Romeo's the easiest one. Like, come on. He doesn't post executions. I don't think it's just. I don't know. Yeah. See, when you're legit and you don't scam people and you actually have good intentions, you can tell the truth because you don't have to worry about any backfire. Because it's just like, it is what it is. If people get their feelings hurt, they shouldn't have been scamming. Benjamin, I seen him on Twitter, but I don't really know much about him. Blasian, I heard of Blasian, very transparent. Keeping up with his, or he's updating the community with his journey. 15 more minutes, y'all. By 10:30, if we're still in this little range here, by 10:30, I'm off of here. Gonna hit the gym or something. Blasian went ghost. He's probably just taking a little break from social media. That's what, like, in November, December, I'll be off of YouTube for, like, as we head into Thanksgiving, I probably won't post for a couple of weeks. Spend the holidays with the family, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, all that stuff. I'm not trying to be on YouTube and, I'm not trying to do all that around the holidays. He gave his Discord away. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Thank you, Sebastian. I appreciate you. Let's look at S&P. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get out of here. It's not even worth my time for real. S&P's not doing anything. Nothing really interests me. The red line is consequent encroachment of the fair value gap. I think that's it. I can't watch this boring price action any longer. So it can do what it wants to do. Typical morning session, no news Monday. coming off of all-time highs. Huge objective reached on the daily chart. So there's no reason for me to expect any sort of precision or clean price action the very next morning session after we tagged all-time highs. So we'll see what we get Tuesday. We have a lot of news this week. NFP obviously on Thursday, then Fed chair and JOLTS tomorrow morning. This will probably be a light trading week for me. It's just a lot going on within a shortened week. So I'm not trading Friday, obviously not trading today. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me look at the chat one last time. Fair value gap, volume balance, whatever. Include fair value gap. Include the volume balance in your fair value gaps as long as the wick doesn't reach its midpoint. Let me scroll up. Yeah. Okay. For those in the Discord, tomorrow, I'm not sure if it's going to be trading or tape reading. If we get price action like this tomorrow, then obviously it's probably going to be tape reading. But then we have the Fed chair talking during the morning session, and he starts talking at 9:30, which is different. So we'll just have to play it by ear. Tomorrow may be tape reading. It may be live, or maybe paper trading. I don't know if I want to trade my live capital while Fed chair is talking during the morning. But we'll just have to see. I'll also send out that schedule tonight for the month of July, so you can see all the economic calendar events and when I plan on tape reading, live trading, taking days off, and all that stuff. So I think that is it. If you're still trading this, best of luck to you. If you took some losses, I recommend closing your charts. We're just now entering Q3, so don't do damage to your account. That's not necessary. We're entering a whole new quarter of the year. Start off on a good note tomorrow, and just go from there. If you didn't take any trades today, congrats, kudos to you. I'm done. So Discord members, I'll see y'all all back in our private stream tomorrow morning at 9:15. YouTube community, love y'all, man. Thank you for subscribing. We're almost at 20K. It means a lot. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. All right, peace.